if you're visiting London in the winter, I'm gonna tell you how you should dress so that you can stay warm while you're sightseeing, but also not look like a giant marshmallow walking around the city. Okay, full disclosure, I am not a style expert, and Londoner style honestly can vary greatly, but I'll give you some tips that will help you to stay warm and look, hopefully, okay. And everything that I talk about in this video, I will have links to either the exact match or something similar in the description box. Or if you want, you can just borrow or thrift things so you don't have to buy a whole new wardrobe for your trip. Okay, let's start with what you wear during the daytime. And the number one key thing is to layer. Layers can help you stay warm while you're outside, but if you're gonna be using the buses or the underground system, you'll notice that when you go onto the cars, they're usually very, very warm. So if you have layers on, you can peel those off so you're not like overheating when you're sitting on the tube for 20 minutes. Another great way to stay warm while you're outside is to wear thermal underlayers. Usually on days where I have to be outside for a long time filming, I wear a thermal undershirt to stay warm. And then if I go inside for a while to like say have lunch, I'll usually pop to the toilet and just take off the underlayer so I'm not super warm while I'm inside. I also recommend for the ladies thermal tights so that you can wear a dress or a skirt and then have your legs stay really warm. I actually think that they keep my legs warmer than jeans or trousers do, which always tend to feel really cold. So I actually prefer wearing thermal tights when it's a really cold day. And for guys, if you think you're gonna be cold with just trousers or jeans on, you can get thermal underwear or thermal underlayers that will also help keep you warm. Another good option that works for both guys and girls are turtlenecks. And not only do they help you to keep warm, but they look pretty nice as well. Of course, I have a hair in my mouth. Of course, if you're visiting London in the winter, you need to have a good jacket. And there's a couple of things you want to look for if you're going to get a new jacket for London. The first is trying to find one that is water resistant. Waterproof is even better, but water resistance works perfectly fine if you end up getting stuck in the rain. I also recommend looking for a jacket that has a hood because, as you might know, you lose most of your heat through your head. So if you can pop a hood up, then you will actually stay a lot warmer. And then finally, if you do get stuck in the rain without an umbrella and you're worried about your hair getting all messed up, you can pop that hood up, no problem. Okay, shoes can be a tough one because I know that you guys are walking around loads, so you need to have comfort, but I also need something that will keep my feet warm and also hopefully look kind of okay and stylish. So what I found that works really well for me when I need to be able to walk around a lot and stay warm is a pair of tall lace-up black boots. These ones specifically that I have on are really comfortable, so they're good for long distance walking. And because they are tall boots, I can wear really thick socks with them. And the key for you is to find boots that have a little bit of space between your foot and the shoe so you can put on thick socks and also so the air stays trapped in there and actually stays nice and warm. And you will find that your feet will stay a lot warmer. And for guys, this style works really well too and is quite popular around London. Finally, make sure you have some accessories that will help you stay warm. First off is a hat. This will help keep your head warm and also your ears. And I recommend grabbing one that is a neutral color or one that at least fits with the color of your jacket so you can wear it throughout your whole trip. Also, you want to have gloves to keep your hands warm. I personally recommend ones that are insulated so that you can keep your fingers free, but also keep them actually warm. Also, I love mittens. Mittens are great at keeping your hands really, really warm, but of course, you're not quite as nimble when you have mittens on. And I've never been able to find a pair of gloves that you can use your phone with that have those like special fingers on them that also actually keep your hands warm. So if you know of any, please leave a comment in the description of this video so I can have a look. And finally, if you don't have a turtleneck on, make sure you have a scarf so you can keep your neck and your head as warm as possible. Plus, I like having really big ones that kind of open up and I can use as a blanket when I do finally settle inside somewhere. Okay, let's talk about how to dress for the evening. If you're going to the theater or a nice dinner or you're going out as they say here, you'll probably want to be dressed differently than in the daytime, a bit nicer, but it can be tough to stay warm with nicer clothes. However, I have perfected how to be warm, but also still look good when you're going out in the evenings. This is when you're especially going to want to layer. Now, I personally, when I go out at night, don't like to wear very thick jumpers or anything that is like too bulky or too big just to be able to stay warm. So I'll wear thinner clothing and then put layers on top, like a long cardigan or a jumper or something of the sort to put under my jacket but over my clothes. And then I'll be able to take it off once I get to the restaurant or to the bar or wherever I'm going, and I can tuck it into my jacket if I have to put it into coat check. For guys, it's even easier for you to layer. If you're wearing a nice collared shirt, just pop over a V-neck jumper or some kind of sweatshirt or something to put under your jacket and add that extra layer of warmth. And for women, if you like to wear dresses when you go out, then jumper dresses or sweater dresses work perfectly, especially when you pair them with those thermal tights that I talked about earlier in the video. You will stay extra warm, but still look nice for a nice dinner or going to the theater. For shoes, boots are still going to be your best option. And for guys, any boot that is going to keep your feet warm will be totally fine, but I recommend over the ankle boots because you can pair them with some nice, fuzzy, warm socks to keep your feet warm. And for women, I have two personal favorite options that I recommend for you. The first is boots with a slight chunky heel. Those are really good because they keep your feet a bit warmer because you can wear thicker socks with them, but the bit of a chunky heel makes them look nicer and they're better for dressier occasions. But my new personal favorite for going out is my knee-high boots. They pair really well with jeans or with thermal tights and thermal socks, so they keep both my feet and my legs warm. So if you have a pair of boots like this, whether or not they have a heel, they are really good for nights out in London as they're quite in style right now, and I would definitely bring them along with you. As for jackets, feel free to wear the same jacket that you're wearing during the day. That's completely fine because you're gonna be taking that thing off pretty quickly anyway. Or if you wanna go a little bit more glamorous, I recommend for the women to go with a faux fur coat as they're quite warm, but they look really dressy and really nice. If you're struggling with what to pack for your London trip, then you should grab my London packing guide. It has printable packing lists, even more clothing suggestions, a weather guide, and more. And you can get that by clicking the link that's popping up in the corner over here. If you need some ideas for fun things to do in the cold in London, then watch the video that's popping up below me. It will tell you some really fun activities and things to check out, even when it's too cold to stay outside. You'll also want to have gloves. I knew I was gonna do that.